It is though. Why do you think like Ghana hasn't gotten any? I mean, they got artists, but it's not like Nigeria. South Africa got artists, but it's not like Nigeria. Why do you think Nigeria?
I think first of all, the kind of people we are as well, we're very like in your face, like you know what I'm saying. Like if you go to any hood, even in New York, like you see Nigerians everywhere. Like so that's just how it is.
Get ready, brace up for spunky new exclusive right here on this channel with Pan-African content, editorials, TJ's Kitchen, music video dissection, interviews, live session, movie breakdown, music, and more right here on this channel.
All right, it's another day. All right, a wonderful Wednesday, the mid session of this particular week. All right, you know what I do. As soon as you see me here, you know, say I'm here to share with you Pan-African contents, guys. Yesterday I shared, you know, a more heartbreaking story. I'm still doing a follow-up on it. I'll keep you updated. But today, let's switch a bit. All right, Davido was on the podcast. All right, Breakfast Power Club, you know, podcast, and it was a nice conversation when they were discussing, you know, the international space. They were discussing Nigerians. They were discussing Afrobeat, and all through the conversation there was a switch when the interviewees asked Davido about, you know, Amapiano, Afrobeat, and then about Ghana. And this is the narrative, all right, of a 4 minutes video. I have a 4 minutes video to share with you of Davido expounding something I have been saying here, right here on the channel a lot of times, and I know it's within the African space and the Pan-African space as well. All right, now this is what Davido has said. Davido reveals that Ghanaians are not loud and go-getters like Nigerians. All right, we are not, you know, loud. We are not, you know, go-getters. We are too timid. I've said it here that even if there are, you know, differentiations of people and different people amidst us who have the Niger DNA in them, they do not mingle well. They do not associate well and fathom well in the Ghanaian space. They are seen as weird people. All right. So it is with that narrative that Davido expounded on this. There are a lot more narratives Davido expounded on or in line with the interview. But what I want to do right now is for you to watch the video. You know how we do it. The video is going to guide us to basically state it as it is, all right, in the editorial. So let's go and watch it and come back.
How much Afrobeats has evolved though? Because you have the I'm a piano now.
Yeah, it's like
what's the difference between?
You see, like Afrobeats is not like how it's not a sound. It's not a type of music actually. It's kind of like, it's the genre that we called, because in the UK there was this song that blew up from the Banj. The Banj is like, that's our like J type stuff. Like he broke all the barriers. So at the time in the UK, they didn't want to call it African music because you know how it is over there. So they called it Afrobeats. But Afrobeats was actually a genre that Fela was doing. That's Fela's own genre, which has a distinctive sound. It sounds a kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So when they were describing the music for the Afrobeat, it's just called it Afrobeats as a whole, which describes. So if you're an African artist and you sing R&B, like we have people back home that don't even like, they sound like R&B type, Usher type singing. And they dudes like Odumodu, who's really trap, sounds like he from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Like type beat, type of vibe, but they still call them Afrobeat artists. So it's like, it's an umbrella that has been used. And it's kind of too late now to be like, oh no, it's not Afrobeat, and explaining it and all that. So it's just like we just ran with it, like, you know.
So what are you currently doing? Like when you look at your new album 5, what is that on there?
I mean, it's African music.
Okay,
it's African music, but obviously if you go on a genre, they'll say it's Afrobeats. You know what I'm saying? But it's African music. Like the song with Victoria Monet, it's not Afrobeats to me. It's like Afro R&B. The song with Becky G is like kind of like Latin, but our music sounds alike anyway, you know what I'm saying? But definitely, like, you have original Afrobeat Davido songs on there. But what I'm saying is that that's just the umbrella used, you know what I'm saying? So Amapiano is from South Africa.
That I know.
So South Africans, since time, always had great dope music. And funny enough, since early in my career, I've been collaborating with South Africans, like very early in my career. So Amapiano came in like, I'd say like 5 years, like to my knowledge. It's been going on there, like, since time. But like it became like everywhere in Africa like 5 years ago. And then definitely, you know how Nigerian, we tapped in with the sound too as well. You know, I was working with their producers. And one thing about Nigerian producers, they can adapt. They can remake anything and make it sound like, you know what I'm saying, sick. So
does Nigeria have a sound? Because I was listening to some of the records off Fire.
Nigeria has a sound, but like South Africa and my piano is actually their sound.
Their sound,
That's
okay.
theirs. That's really like, I don't understand. They don't gatekeep it too, like, but that's really they sound. Like every time I do a song that's like, I'm a piano-ish, it's either I involve one of their producers or I involved one of the artists. One of my biggest records, the Unavailable record, is featuring Musa Keys, which is, he's South African. On the album too, he produced like 2 records, which he produced, and they actually are my piano records. So I feel like because everybody has that, you know, image of Nigeria being the giant of Africa and us not like carrying other countries along musically. Because if you look at
all the stars,
if you look at the numbers, the top 5 to 10 artists that are globally, you know, known as Afrobeat artists are 80% Nigerian. You know what I'm saying? So I do my best to, you know, carry them along. But now, like, they killing it with their parties, and they have amazing DJs too. And they parties, you should really visit one. Like,
why do you think that is though? Why do you think like Ghana hasn't gotten any? I mean, they got artists, but it's not like Nigeria. South Africa got artists, but it's not like Nigeria. Why do you think Nigeria?
I think first of all, the kind of people we are as well, we're very like in your face, like you know what I'm saying. Like if you go to any hood, even in New York, like you see Nigerians everywhere, like so that's just how it is. The kind of people we are, we're very. I don't want to say like I don't want to use the word bully, but we're like.
Give me your credit card.
Hey, yo.
Jesus.
Not the credit card, the numbers.
Man. Yo, you old school, man.
Yeah.
Credit card.
Nah, they just ask for the numbers now, not the card.
Not the numbers.
Yeah. Oh.
How y'all doing it now, Davido?
I don't know, man. I know that shit digital, man.
Yeah.
All right, so it's nice. It's nice. I love how factual Davido was. You know, he started with Afrobeat and how global it's become, explained Afrobeat in the context of the branches of Afrobeat and how people are doing the different type of Afrobeat. And he himself he has a lot of Afrobeat songs, majority of them same as other artists. He even mentioned Odumodu Black Style. People, you know, categorize it as Afrobeat story. So it's a branch. And I love one thing Davido said, is an African music. Afrobeat is an African genre. And that is the mindset, you know. When you think about Nigerians, they don't talk for themselves. They are not self-centered. You know, I say it a lot of times, you know. And recently I've seen my Ghanaian people coming to my channel, giving it back to me. You see, when you want it all, I've said it that if you want it all to be said the Ghanaian way, to say to please your country, to close your eyes and say the facts, you know, in a curvy way, all right, in the negative instance to the real truth, then my brother, you can't do this because we still face bashing, all right, on certain topics. But look at what Davido is saying. African. Afrobeat is an African artist. So everybody can do it. You know, Tanzanians can do it. For those of you who don't have your journey and your journey are not taking you to places, you will not be far from doing Afrobeat, which will take you global and some recognition. But because it's coming from a Nigerian, and we Africans, we don't have that united mindset. We want to fight the narrative. We want to fight Afrobeat. And we want to do our own, but it will not take us far. Now, let's add a lot more spice to Davido's narrative. He explained Amapiano. And look at what Davido said. And that is how intelligent and smart Nigerians are. And that is how non-selfish Nigerians are. Not selfish. Listen to this. All right. When he decided, I've said it here, that Davido added elements of Amapiano to the unavailable song, and the Afrobeat genre, and then made it his own. As in, made it a genre he's singing to. The Amapiano is not his genre, it's a South African genre. It has been there, it has been in existence. But after the unavailable song, they popularized it. How did he do it? He had to feature South African sound engineers to get the infusion of it into the song. And Davido expounded on the fact that they love to learn, they love to blend their culture. All right, Afrobeat plus Amapiano, great sound. And since then, it has popularized Amapiano to a much more wider perspective and to an utmost height it deserves. That is all. They are not claiming. Davido will never claim Amapiano. That is not his. Unlike some people, he only tapped into the genre because he had wanted to feature. And he pulled some South African artists along. And now he's attesting to the fact that they are also doing well in their own space. Better. Now, when we talk about that, then we switch to the last ending of the interview. Watch. All right, when he was asked about Ghanaians, he said, Ghanaians are doing their own thing, but they are not as loud and go-getters like Nigerians. That is why I'm mostly on this channel expounding on the fact that you can learn, you can observe, you can watch Nigerians from afar and copy one or two things from them, bring it to your fold and carve your own path. They are doing it. They are looking at collaborations and they will tap your sound. They will try as much not to steal it. No, they will infuse it because collaboration, collaborate. They are smart. They are loud. They are go-getters. They are entrepreneurs. They are lively. They are not timid. They are supportive. They support themselves. All right. Okay. So it is not safe for you to be from afar and then just we don't travel. Ghanaians, we don't like to travel. Let's go. Let's say we want to travel and go and explore the Nigerian lifestyle, to go and explore the South African lifestyle. When we are traveling, it's because we are going to make money and come back. Nigerians travel. They are in Ghana, they are in South Africa, they are in Kenya to look at the East African sound because they know that music is diverse. They know that they need to learn every day. They know that they need to have different samples of songs every day. All right. So when I did the narrative of Ugezu, J. Ugezu's, saying that Ghanaians will copy, he's not saying copying is a bad thing, but we copy, bam, and then we paste, bam. That is what we do. Copy, add your own element, fathom, and drive a new narrative about it. That is all. There is nothing new under the sun, as the elderly people will say. But there is also something new under the sun when you are able to bring a new vibe of it that resonates to the ear and is different. It's fresh. Afrobeat is fresh. Americans love it. It's the fresh sound of the day. It hits you. It hits you like I don't even know how to project when you are eating your sweet meal. The meal, they enter your body. You get them. So, my people, currently the African space has 80 to 70% of Nigerian news. You cannot close your eyes about Nigerian news. You cannot decide. Like I said, unless you want to be biased and do local contents in your country. But if you want to talk about the African space, even the world space, it dominates with Nigeria. And they are doing it. They are everywhere. They are go-getters. And Davido has hit the nail right on the head. All right. I don't want to, talk a lot. I want to leave the rest to you like we do on this channel, guys. What do you think about Davido's narrative? What do you think about what Davido has shared in line with Amapiano, Afrobeat, world dominance, Ghanaians, a whole lot? Share your opinion with me and let's agree to disagree. All right. Okay. If this is your first time, note that this is a Pan-African channel. All right. Okay. And I am your commander-in-chief. You can call me Olua TJ, but I love to be called Emeka Imaswen. And then for Larine. I'll be coming your way with more. But until then, you know how I sign out of here. Subscribe to my channel if this is your first time. Share this video to a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend about TJ Studios. All right. I'll be coming your way with more. But until then, salute you and peace out.
Get ready, brace up for spunky new exclusive right here on this channel with Pan-African content, editorials, TJ's Kitchen, music video dissection, interviews, live session, movie breakdown, music, and more right here on this channel.